All right, you guys, so this video is about hypnobirthing. If you are not aware of hypnobirthing, it is a way to have a virtually pain-free delivery by just being present, understanding what your body was meant to do, and allowing your body to do what it was meant to do. So I am a licensed clinician, and so when I came across hypnobirthing, I was like, oh, this is right up my alley. Like, we're meditation and guided imagery, and I'm going to be able to do this. So I did download a couple of apps. They were the free apps. I did not do the membership to have them upgraded, but the apps that I used were very helpful. They had some meditations that I started doing, unfortunately, like a month before I was to deliver. But you can just go into your app store and look up hypnobirthing and select the apps with the highest rating for you. But I was really excited. So this is my third child that I decided that I became aware of hypnobirthing and decided to use with my third baby. My first baby, I wanted to have a natural delivery. I took all the classes, dragged my husband to all the classes, and I did not have a natural delivery. I ended up having back labor. I was in labor from Wednesday night until Saturday morning when she arrived in this world. And I knew before I got to the hospital on Friday that I wanted medication. Like, I went into the hospital saying, hey, where's the medication and can I have some? And I was not even dilated. So yeah, that went out the window. With my second child, I knew that I was not the champ I thought I was going to be. And so I just wanted the epidural. It was an easy breezy delivery. She ended up having allergies. I don't know if that's related to the medications that you receive. That would be a good thing to look up. But she ended up having allergies. But other than that, she's fine. She's healthy. And then I got pregnant with my third baby. I had no intentions of having a natural delivery until I had came across hypnobirthing and all of these stories about women who were having children pain-free. And so I wanted to give it a shot. I really did. I wanted to give it a shot. I had attended a seminar where they had talked about energy and how it affects your body, and that really just put me on this whole trajectory of just holistic living. And so this was going to be, my attempt at it. So again, I had the free apps. I didn't have any books. I didn't have a coach. If you want to do this, you'll hear about my experience in this video. But I would encourage you to just get the coach, get the books, get the apps, and not just the free ones, and see how it works for you. So on Monday night around 8 p.m., I started having contractions. I was 2 weeks early. So I was like, wait, nope, we can't be having a baby right now. Like, things are not in order. This is not how or when it was supposed to be happening. And so I tried to drink a whole lot of water. I was drinking a lot of water, and it caught up with me later on. But I realized that they weren't going away. So around 11 o'clock, I'm telling my husband, you know what? I think today's the day. I think I'm going to have the baby today. I was not ready. So my hair was not done. And when I say my hair was not done, I mean my hair was not done. I was wearing wigs, and I was in the process of taking my braids out. Because when you're pregnant and you have two other little ones, so I'm pregnant, I have a 1-year-old, and I have I think she might have been 4 at the time, a 4-year-old. And so I had like cornrows that looked worse than this on this side of my head, and the other side I had already started taking out my cornrows, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it all in one sitting, so I had twisted up the loose hair. So I had cornrows and twist, and not going into the hospital looking like that. So I was like, okay, bet I'm just going to take a shower real quick. I'm going to be doing this hypnobirthing, breathing, the deep breathing, being present, listening to your body. The main thing with hypnobirthing is do not tense up. Do not tense up. And so I was able to really just let my body do what it needed to do. So I told my husband, okay, these contractions, they're coming. Like, I'm going to get in the shower and I'm going to call out to you, time, stop, time, so we can time how far apart the contractions are. So I'm in the shower washing my hair, time, start. I'm breathing, stop. All right, I'm washing my hair, I feel the contractions. This feels nothing like my first baby, not even like my second baby. I got to 4 centimeters with the second one before I was like, hey, where that needle at? To stick it in my back. So nothing like the first or the second. And so hypnobirthing was working for me. I get out the shower and I'm like, okay, babe, like how far apart are the contractions? 2 minutes. What? Every two, like we gotta go to the hospital. These are every 2 minutes? Like this hypnobirthing is legit. So I'm like, we have to go to the hospital. My husband, all right, let me jump in the shower. What? Whatever, just get in the shower, come on, because I feel good. If we have the baby in the car, it's your fault, not mine. So he gets in the shower. I lay back down while he's in there so I can breathe and focus and just relax and not tense up. We get in the car and we drive to the hospital and my contractions stop. They stopped for like 20 something minutes. And so we didn't want to get turned around. And so we just went back home. Maybe it was false labor. Maybe I'm not going, into labor. Get back home. Of course, my contractions start back up. And probably about 2 o'clock in the morning is the real deal. So now I'm thinking to myself, wait, was hypnobirthing not really working because it wasn't the real deal? Because this is the real deal. But I had my headphones in and I was listening to the free guided imageries and the free meditations. And I still felt very much so in control of my body. We got to the hospital. Could I walk or was I in a wheelchair? I'm trying to think. I think I could walk a little bit, but I did ask for a wheelchair. Still breathing. We get there and they check me. I'm 5 centimeters, so I've already surpassed previously when I was like, shoot me in the back right now with the epidural needle. So that was a success. And she's looking at me like, do you want the medication? And my husband's looking at me because I had this conversation with him like, hey, I'm going to do this naturally. I'm going to do the hypnobirthing thing. So he's looking at me and I'm just like, just have it on standby. Just have it on standby. We'll do that right there because I'm not sure. Right now, I think I'm okay. And so, he's holding my hand. They're getting intense and he has to go move the car. They check me. I think I'm 5 centimeters. My contractions are now every 3 minutes and these are the real ones. They cart me over because I went to ER because I didn't have anyone. My doctor didn't check me. So they cart me over to the delivery room. And you remember all that water that I was drinking earlier? Your girl had to pee. And I'm just like, why do I have to pee right now? Like, I'm about to push a baby out of me. I feel like I should be like in a state of trauma where you can't feel anything else. Why do I feel the urge to pee? So I told the lady, no, I gotta pee. And that is where I lost it. So can you imagine being, I don't know, by that time, I think I was like 7 centimeters and having to pee? Because what that does when you open up your legs and you squat down, it just allows the baby to just, So that was not a good idea. The contractions got very intense and the nurse was like, get up off the toilet before you have this baby in the toilet. And she drugged me across the room. My husband is still out there parking the car and put me on the bed. I'm like, check me. You need to check me right now. She was like, all right, you are 10 centimeters. Great, I can push. Can I push? She was like, no, you can't push because there's nobody in the room but you and me. But I made it to 10 centimeters and then I just lost it. So I had them track everything after I had my baby girl, and I went from 5 to 10 centimeters in 20 minutes and I pushed her out in 3 minutes. So it went really, really quick. I really think though, so the purpose of this video, does hypnobirthing work? I do think that it works. I think that if you don't pee, I think that if you have a coach with you, support with you. I was in the delivery room, I think at like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I didn't want to wait. My mother was watching my other girls. It's totally different than when, this is your first child or even your second. And my husband was parking the car. So I think that if you have, if you prep yourself, you do your reading, maybe find a coach, do the free, not just the free apps, and you have somebody there to support you, that you can very much so be in control of your body and have a virtually pain-free delivery, not necessarily pain free, but just be in control and let your body do what it was meant to do. So yeah, it was good. I just screamed once, maybe twice at the 10-minute mark, and 10 centimeter mark. But I thank God for my team who was in the room with me, and also for my husband who did help to calm me down and tell me not to scream because I need to be in control of my body. I will say though, because I screamed and because those last couple of minutes were pretty rough, my baby did have a bowel movement. She had to be suctioned out. She did have some bursted veins all around her eyes from, I think, the pressure of coming out. I don't know. If I could do it all over again, I would just try to be in control, but I'm not trying to, we're done. We're done. And so, yeah, I do. I think it works. Now the recovery part for me, with my second child, I ended up developing DR, diastasis recti, DR. And so with my third pregnancy, of course, I had it again. It never went away. I ended up having my babies. I got pregnant when my second was 10 months. So there really wasn't time for it to heal again. But if you guys want to learn more about DR, what that is, basically it's the separation of your abs. A lot of people are like, ooh, I need to get my snapback as soon as I have my baby, and they do the wrong exercises, which are the crunches and the planks, which is probably how I got it after having my second baby, because I wanted to get snatched back. So if you want to know more about DR and which exercises to avoid and which exercises you can do to strengthen your core, then make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can get alerts, so that you can get alerted when I do post that video next. All right, you guys, thanks. This is Just B and J. Peace out.